This is for educational purpose only. Drugs abuse is rife all over the world. Millions of dollars are internationally spent on preventing drugs abuse, treating addicts, and tackling drugs-related crime. A research conducted by Narcotics Division Security Bureau found that more than 62% of males and 73% of females first take drugs at under 16 in 2012. The statistics show that teenage drugs abuse is one of the most serious problems in Hong Kong. Drugs will not only affect our body functions, but it will also cause fatal when overdosing, and it will also affect careers and personal development of teenagers. According to a report done in 2000 by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, drugs kill 7 times more than drinking alcohol. As a result, teens should say no to drugs. In order to tackle the problems, solutions will be suggested. Firstly, increasing public education regarding use of legal drugs and purchase are one of the ways to deal with teenage drugs abuse, as people think that it can change teenage behaviors, and prevention is better than cure too. However, I doubt about the effectiveness of the solution. Take drugs abuse resistant education. There in America, the goal of this program was to help students both recognize and receive pressures to experiment with drugs and tobacco or to engage in violence through education. However, research showed that youth who joined the program were just as likely to use drugs as those who do not take part in this program. And results that education is not the effective way to solve the problem. Secondly, people may also suggest that more rehabilitation service should be provided for the youth, and those sites should be convenient for the drug users. In Hong Kong, it provides a total of 357 subvented places under the subvention of Social Welfare Departments, while there are total 10,335 people first took drugs in 2012. From the above data, we can see that the number of drug users is more than the number of subvented places provided, and hence, the number of rehabilitation service is not enough for the youth addicts. However, it is not workable for building up more rehabilitation centers. The problem is that Hong Kong does not have enough space for building up more rehabilitation centers, and also most of the people are opposed to building rehabilitation centers in city center, as it may influence the image of the street and affect their children too. As a result, it is not a possible solution which we need to dismiss. Then finally comes to the most effective solution, which is compulsory school drug testings. It should be implemented in both primary and secondary school. It can solve the deep-root problem of drugs abuse, as it has a deterrent effect and provides after treatments for students too. Teenagers spend almost half of the day in school, and hence it is easier for school drug testing team to recognize those potential students. And this scheme aims at prevention and rendering assistance for students. It will ensure that students who do not take drugs continue to stay away from drugs. And moreover, the scheme will trigger the motivation of students who are abusing drugs to quit drugs and seek help. It also provides some support service for students who want to quit from the threat of drug addicts. Take the voluntary drug testings in Hong Kong as a reference. According to a Narcotics Commissioner, Erica, she reported that the number of the reported and new drug users aged under 21 in 2012 dropped by 20% and 21% respectively when compared to 2011. and it shows that the numbers of youth drugs users are dropped after implementing the voluntary drug test in school, and hence it is an effective way to reduce the number of teenage drug users when implementing the compulsory school drug testings. And if you want to find out more details, please check out of my proposal, and thank you.